Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Siti Sarah Natasha binti Abdul Manap.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nur Muslimah binti Ahmad Mohammed.
Hi, my name is Nur Adlina binti Muhammad Shauki.
Hi, my name is Shafarina Farisa binti Satria.
Hello, my name is Ahmad Shukri Ben Jamil and
Okay, for chapter 1 is about background of the company. So first of all, I would like to tell the history of the McDonald's company. In about 1940, Dick and Mac McDonald moved to California to seek opportunities that felt unavailable in New Zealand. They failing in the movie business, they subsequently proved successful in operating drive-in restaurants. They took a chance in 1948 when they streamlined its operations and introduced the Speedy Service System, which featured 15-cent hamburgers. Due to their restaurant's popularity, the brothers began franchising their concept, with 9 outlets becoming operational. Dick and McDonald's perfected their speedy service system in San Bernardino, which featured a restricted menu of 15-cent hamburgers, shakes, and fries. Not including their original location in San Bernardino, the brothers sold 14 franchises, which 10 of the franchises became operational restaurants. In 1954, Ray Kroc, a native of Chicago, dropped out of high school after his second year to join the Red Cross Ambulance Corps during World War I. Ray returned home to work as a musician and eventually sold paper cups after the World War ended before his unit was transformed to overseas. He became the multi-mixers exclusive dealer in 1939, which is a milkshake mixing machine. In 1954, he paid a visit to the McDonald brothers, which led to him becoming a franchise agent for them. Kroc established the first McDonald's east of the Mississippi River in 1955. Ray Kroc's vision was that there would be 1,000 McDonald's restaurants solely in the United States. Yet, McDonald's continued to grow and expand into international markets beginning in 1967, opening in Canada and Puerto Rico. Today, the company has over 36,000 restaurants in over 100 nations. So, what is the vision of McDonald's company? McDonald's vision statement is to move with velocity to drive profitable growth and become an even better McDonald's, serving more customers delicious food each day around the world. And now, how about the missions? So McDonald's brand mission is to be our customers' favorite place and way to eat and drink. Our worldwide operations are aligned around a global strategy called the Plan to Win, which center on an exceptional customer experience, people, product, place, price, and promotions. So we are committed to continuously improving our operations and enhancing our customers' experience. So we move to the next part, which is the organizational culture or values. McDonald's organizational culture emphasizes human resource development and efficiency. It supports business growth and success in the international fast food restaurant market. This organizational culture has the following characteristics arranged according to McDonald's prioritizations, which are people centricity, individual learning, organizational learning, diversity, and also inclusion. Okay, the first organizational culture is people centricity. McDonald's organizational culture prioritizes employees' needs and development. The company's core values and standards of business conduct emphasize the importance of supporting people. This is understandable considering that McDonald's is a service business. To ensure support for people, the company's organizational culture encourages employees to engage management to help improve process and procedures. Next is individual learning. McDonald's organizational culture highlights the importance of lifelong learning. The belief is that individual learning promotes productivity, quality, and business effectiveness. To facilitate individual learning, the company offers training and development opportunities through Hamburger University, internships, global mobility, and leadership development programs. These efforts ensure that McDonald's maintains an organizational culture that motivates employees to keep learning. Other than that is organizational learning. McDonald's organizational culture also supports organizational learning. The firm aims to use individual learning to develop organizational knowledge to push the business forward to new heights of performance. McDonald's applies this feature of its organizational culture through policies, programs, and meetings that encourage employee feedback and knowledge sharing. The last organizational culture is diversity and inclusion. McDonald's official human resource management policy states that diversity and inclusion are key factors in to ensure support for diversity and inclusion. McDonald's organizational culture encourages employees, suppliers, franchises, and customers to give their feedback and engage in meaningful conversations to improve the business. Okay, now we move to goals and the objectives of McDonald's company. Okay, McDonald's main goals are to serve good foods in a friendly and fun environment, to be a socially responsible company, and to provide good returns to its shareholders. The company aims to provide its customers with foods of a high standards, quick service, and value for money. While the objectives of McDonald's market share can be achieved within a specified period of time if objectives are set accurately to increase profits or percentage of sales for a certain period of time. Current or present hard times the business is in. Business objectives may state growth by 15% years on years for the next 5 years ahead. And the last objective is increasing brand awareness over a certain period of time. So now we move to the interesting part, which is about the logo of McDonald's. So the McDonald's emblem symbolizes the golden arches that were the base of the newly crafted architectures of the first franchise restaurant in 1952. These two arches were unified by Ray Kroc in 1961 and the new McDonald's logo was created. It looked like the letter M. So McDonald's brand use the font similar to Helvetica Hue Black. This font belongs to the premium font family. Then the emblem exists in the two colors scheme which are black and yellow or red. The yellow or red one is used whenever a colorful representation is possible, while the black one is used in black and white visual context. So based on figure here, you can see the logo evolutions of McDonald's, which is from 1940 until now on. If I tell the stories about each of the logo, we don't have enough time actually. So I think this is enough about the logo. And then now we are in the last part, which is from me. It's about boards of directors. So the McDonald's board of directors is entrusted with and accountable for the honest, fair, diligent, and ethical oversight of McDonald's Corporation. The board has long considered that excellent corporate governance is essential to the company's ability to fulfill its obligations to shareholders. They have strived to be a leader in this field and will continue to do so. The chairman of the board is Mr. Enrique Hernandez Jr. The board directors of McDonald's are. So the first one is Enrique Hernandez Jr., which is the Committees of Governance, Public Policy and Strategy Executive. The second one is Lloyd Hashdian, which is Committees of Audit and Finance Competence Sessions. And number three is Robert A. Eckert, which is the Committees of Governance, Public Policy and Strategy, and also Executive. And the number four is Catherine M. Gilbert, which is the Committees of Audits and Finance, and also Public Policy and Strategy. Next is Margaret Georgidis, which is the Committees of Audit and Finance, Sustainability and Corporate Responsibility. Next is Chris Kamczynski, which is the Committee of Executive. And number seven is Richard Lenny, which is the Committees of Compensation, Sustainability and Corporate Responsibility. Next is John J. Mulligan, which is the Committees of Audit and Finance, Public Policy and Strategy, and also an Executive. Number 9 is Sheila A. Penrose, which is the Committees of Governance, Sustainability and Corporate Responsibility, and also an Executive. Number 10 is John W. Rogers Jr., which is the Committees of Compensation and also Governance. Next is Paul S. Walsh, which is the Committees of Compensation, Sustainability and Corporate Responsibility. Last but not least is Miles D. White, which is the Committees of Governance, Public Policy and Strategy, and also an Executive. That's all from
In
me.
chapter
Thank
2,
you.
I will explain about the SWOT analysis that consists of strengths, weakness, opportunities, and threat. Next, I will explain about the strategy formulation framework, stage 1, that consists of internal factor evaluation metric, IFE, external factor evaluation metric, EFE, and competitive profile metric, CPM. Other than that, I will explain about the achievement and the problem that accounted by the company, which is McDonald's. The SWOT analysis of company will start with revealing strengths of the company. McDonald's is one of the companies with the highest brand value and most recognizable logos. They are also taking the help of revolutionary technology to improve the product and services. McDonald's is also a multi-billion real estate empire and hence they have a strong financial backup. McDonald's have a larger customer base because their best-selling product, which is McDonald's French fries, have been recognized by the customer as the best French fries in the fast food industry, and their other fast food tastes better than their competitor. Next is weakness. McDonald's well known as company that having over 200,000 employees worldwide to grow their business. However, the company failed to provide employee satisfaction, especially for their food and beverage workers at their restaurant. As a result, it may give a bad impact on their efficiency and the food chain services. Opportunities. McDonald's has launched its Mix and Match deal and Crazy Hour deal in order to attract a large number of customers due to the low-cost meal. McDonald's can expand furthermore by opening more restaurants in Asian countries and developing menus and items based on geographic condition and taste preferred of the locals. McDonald's also can begin to work on fixing its brand image. The company must seek out powerful ways to mitigate the effect of negative publicity while also attempting to provide employee satisfaction. Lastly is threat. A competitive market can pose a real risk to the industry. Several well-known brands such as Burger King could pose higher competition to McDonald's due to their price more affordable compared to McDonald's. McDonald's need to adapt with changing food habits, such as a healthy lifestyle that can significantly impact on their business. McDonald's is under intense pressure to improve its waste reduction management. It can cast a bad perspective on their company. In this slide, I will explain about IFE, which is Internal Factor Evaluation Metric, and EFE, External Factor Evaluation Metric. Internal Factor Evaluation Metric is a strategy tool used to evaluate firm's internal environment and to reveal its strengths as well as weakness, while External Factor Evaluation Metric EFE is a strategy tool used to examine company's external environment and to identify the available opportunities and threats. Both metrics have a weighted score greater than 2.5, with the IFE metric having a weighted score of 2.96 and the EFE metric having a weighted score of 2.74. The score is higher than the average score. A high total score in external evaluation indicates that the company's strategy are well designed to capitalize on opportunities and defend against threats. A high score in internal evaluation indicates the company is strong in comparison to its competitors. The competitive profile metric is a tool that compares the firms and its rivals and reveals their relative strengths and weaknesses. Based on the table, we take a comparison between McDonald's and its rival, which is Burger King. We can see McDonald's have higher score compared to Burger King. The highest score indicates McDonald's is relatively stronger than its competitor. McDonald's achieved several awards around 2016 to 2020. In 2016, McDonald's won one award, which is top 15% rated CEO, and in 2017, McDonald's won for Best Marketing Teams. Based on 43,050 rating and 2,717 participants, employees at McDonald's are less satisfied with their work experience. The overall culture score 65 over 100 or C incorporate employee rating based on their feedback of the office culture, executive team, meeting, and more. McDonald's also won one award in 2020 and one award in 2019. In 2020 and 2019, McDonald's won for Best Company Work-Life Balance. Based on 43,047 rating and 2,716 participants, employees at McDonald's are also less satisfied with their work experience. There are several problems that have been encountered by McDonald's. Firstly, McDonald's are well known as companies that have problems with underpaying their employees. Workers' protests have hit the company because they are earning the minimum wage despite having been with the company for years. Secondly, McDonald's was dealing with a negative food image. As we all know, McDonald's always broadcasting a great advertisement to attract customers. However, the quality of the product that customers receive at the restaurant often fall into their expectations. At this point, most of customers will be dissatisfied and give negative feedback on their product. Next, McDonald's is currently facing new challenge in terms of health. The majority of customers have implemented a healthier lifestyle. McDonald's critics have been vocal about the health risks posed by their product. This will have a negative impact on the company because many people and their family have continued to avoid the fast food restaurant. As I previously stated, eating McDonald's food can have a serious negative consequence for customers, such as obesity and cardiovascular problems. This is due to the low nutritional value of the meal, which contain high level of fat as well as sodium and calories. I think all of these issues should be highlighted by the company to avoid adverse effects to the growth of their company. In conclusion, SWOT analysis is important for the company because it serves as a guide to minimize risk, address issues with their product or services, and assess organization in measuring overall business performance. A strategy formulation framework is required to be measured in order to achieve and measure the attainability of goals. The development of strategy and organizations typically educate its employees so that they are aware of the organizational purpose, workplace objective, and goals.
Now we move on to the Chapter 3 Company Strategic Plan. First, I will explain about the Stage 2 strategy formulations. This the table that we refer to construct the space matrix, we can see here that there is two parts, which are external analysis and internal analysis. Financial strength and environmental stability is the x-axis, while competitive advantage and industrial stability is for the y-axis. The total score for both x-axis and y-axis is 2.2 and 3.5 simultaneously. Then, from the total score obtained, space matrix graph is plotted. McDonald's space matrix indicate that the company should pursue an aggressive strategy. With rapid growth, the company has a strong competitive position in the market, so it must develop a market penetration and market development strategy based on its internal strength, which include product development, integration with other businesses, competitors, and so on. Next is BCG matrix. There are 4 quadrants under BCG matrix, which are stars, question marks, cash cows, and dogs. McDonald's McFlurry is the star product of the company because of the high market share with the maximum market growth rate. The company makes money in that particular product with the high investment in marketing, promotion, and advertisements. While McDonald's Sundae ice cream is the company's break-even product because it has a small market share but a high market growth rate. This product has good market value but is not generating a lot of revenue. But if the company start investing more and more money in the specific product, the product can become the star product. McDonald's burgers and fries are the company cash cow because the company makes the most money from that product while spending the least money on marketing and other departments. This product has already established its market growth, so the company does not need to invest as much money. However, the company must be cautious because it has the cash cow product. If the cash cow product loses its appeal, it will decline and may be phased out of the market. While McDonald's coffee is the company's dog product with the smallest relative market share and the slowest market growth rates. Essentially, this product is the company charms product because the company is not investing a lot of money in bringing it to the market in order to increase their market share. The company is keeping this product only in the hope it will become a success. Otherwise, if they are unable to do so, they will have to remove it from the product life cycles and liquidate in the market. Then, stage 3 strategy formulations. This is the table for the quantitative strategic planning matrix, QSPM. The strategies that we choose is the market penetration, market development, and product and service development. These strategies is selected based on the space matrix that have been constructed. The QSPM determines the relative attractiveness of various strategies based on the extent to which key external and internal critical success factors are capitalized upon or improved. The relative attractiveness of each strategy within a set of alternatives is computed by determining the cumulative impact of each external and internal critical success factor. As a result from the QSPM above, it can be concluded that McDonald's should improve their product services as the product and development strategy receive the highest sum total of attractiveness cost in comparison to other strategies.
Next, I will explain on the strategic plan of a chair McDonald's. Marketing strategy is the outcome of certain principles, and the principles involve various concepts and systematic approaches, which are important in making decisions for the company. McDonald's launched new menus in its product portfolio on a regular basis and make them viral to attract more customers' attention. They should do limited time offer and following the trend through collaboration. For example, Prosperity Burger on Chinese New Year and recently collaboration with K-pop group BTS. Next, location or positioning strategy. McDonald's should make it accessible and easy to purchase because location or position of the outlet is very important. It is either will give advantages or disadvantages. They should design multiple drive-through lanes and pickup stations where lane can up to 3 lanes. It attracts the customer that are busy, so less time needed to get the food. The third one, demographic strategy, such as introducing new program. With the data analysis, such as their age, family status, race, income, and social class, McDonald's should make a program of McDonald's All-Star, which bring the definition that all can purchase the products with an affordable and cheaper price with a slogan, why 1 star when you can be all star, from the lower until upper class can afford the product every day. The last one, technology strategy, which are 3Ds and 1Ms. The shift in customer behavior during COVID-19 demonstrated McDonald's competitive advantages. First D is digital, where digital engine let customer get voucher, new offer, new loyalty program, easily order and receive food. The second one is delivery. McDonald's should add more outlet and widen the delivery miles. Third D is drive-thru, which allow automated order taking, express pickup line for customer with digital orders. Last one is M for M-Pay. McDonald's should introduce digital and e-wallet to the market, where customers can make fast transactions. To conclude, the world has grown rapidly with the sophistication of information technology. With the above partnership, McDonald's will continue to grow in line with development in the world. It can be the first-class food and beverage company if the management is constantly improved. COVID-19 can be the cause of company's failure and success. The company can always develop rapidly if there is a determination of a company to continue to succeed.
As you can see in this slide, there were 4 new strategies from the chapter 4, which is marketing strategy, new menu from time to time, location or positioning strategy, accessible and easy to purchase, demographic strategy, introducing new program, and lastly will be the technology strategy, 3D and 1M, digital delivery, drive-through, and also MP. It is expected that with the implementation of this new strategy, will help McDonald's to improve their profit and also their reputation as the number one in fast food chain business. These 4 aspects, which are marketing, location, demographic, and technology strategies that we propose, will have covered McDonald's in all aspects to help them to maintain their business as the number one in the fast food chain business for a long term. As a conclusion, McDonald's have proven their competencies to be the best in the fast food chain business as we refer to its strategy formulation framework and its existing company strategic plan. With its strong plan in the strategic plan, a very composed management team with some aid from our new strategies, we believe that McDonald's can maintain its position for a long period, as in their vision to be the world's largest fast food provider with customer-centric services. That's all from us. Thank you.